Hello and welcome to part 2 of this series where I'll be giving a few instructive videos just to show some resources that are available to you that might help you for the seed project. In case you didn't watch video 1, my name's Adam. I'm a research assistant on the seed project at the moment. So in the last video we looked at just where you could find online resources, data sets, stuff that might help you or inspire you with art. Today we're going to be looking at Google Colab, which is an online resource that can be used to code in the Python language and can help you examine data sets and make the most out of them. Google Colab is very handy because it's online. You don't need to download Python onto your computer. You don't need to download any libraries or anything. It's all in there, and it's especially handy because of Google Gemini and AI. So as you can see here, I can start coding here. Or generate with AI, it says. So I could write anything. But the important thing, especially if you have no experience with Python, is what can I help you build down here. So this is Google Gemini. So in Colab, as it's a Google resource, you can load data in from Google Drive. All of these files are saved to your Google Drive. Colab is a completely free resource, although you can pay for a more advanced version. That probably won't be relevant to use. It's more if you're working with machine learning or anything and need stronger processing power. So if I go down here to Gemini, what can I help you build? Build a small program. Oh, let's help if my keyboard is working. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Just a bit slow. And hello, what else? So this will take a few seconds to print hello world. Now, obviously, that's a very simple example. Let's see, what else would we do? I suppose it's difficult to show an example. I should have thought of this beforehand, probably, without having data loaded in. But let's say, so you can accept and run, or you can cancel. Another interesting thing about Colab is instead of running a file or a script as a whole, what you can do is split it into blocks. So this is block 1. I can add a new code block if I want. And then if I wanted to print hello world here and do something else here, I could run them separately, So if you needed to, let's say, install libraries, well, not install libraries, but include libraries for your code, you could include them in the first block, run that once, and now the libraries are included. And you can begin coding the next block, and let's say you're having problems troubleshooting, you only need to run this block over and over again. Kind of helps you troubleshoot and find where problems are with code. And let's say you have a problem in your code, you can, oh, sorry, there we go. Print hello world. I run this. Sorry, my computer's very slow today. You'll have to forgive me. This is running. So because I didn't do this right, it's giving me an error. Now, of course, the error is that I haven't put in quotation marks. But let's say you're doing something more complicated and you don't understand what an error is. You can have explain error. And Colab is going to So for me, this is the most useful feature of Colab. I don't recommend it for writing full codes for you. It can make mistakes. You might not understand what it's doing. And of course, the project is very focused on the environment, and using AI is not ideal for the environment. So if you're going to use it, I'd recommend using it as much as you can only for explaining errors if you don't understand them or can't find help online. So here now, I pressed explain error. It's showing me it's telling me down here. Sorry. It's telling me down here what I did wrong. And it's also correcting it for me. So it's deleting the line in red and putting in a corrected line in green. So if I press accept and run, it's going to run that. It's going to print hello world. You can also put text blocks in. Let's say if you wanted to, describe what's going on in each cell. Those print hello world. And also move that up. So it's above, if you want to add it in here, you can add code or text in between blocks. So there's loads you can do in Colab. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to this code I have written, and you'll be able to use this. It'll be available to you. And it just kind of gives you an overview of data sets. Let's say if you want to see if a data set is worth using or if it's a bit of a waste. So the first thing you do here, you import the necessary libraries. So we're using NumPy, which is just numbers Python. It's a very common one. Pandas, which is very common for data sets. Seaborn, again, very common for data sets. Matplotlib is used for plotting and functions like that. And from Google Colab, import drive files. That just allows you to upload files to Colab. So if we run that now, what this bit of code does, so it lets you upload files. So I'm going to choose files here. It's asking me to upload a file from my computer. So let's see. This is a data set. So we'll upload that. It's given progress bar there. Now it's uploaded. It's telling me what's uploaded, a CSV, comma separated values data set. This bit of code converts it to a pandas data frame. I'm not here to teach you Python, so I'm not going to go too into detail. It's just an example of how Colab works. And, if I was running this on my computer, I would have to have all of these libraries downloaded on my computer to be able to use them, taking up space, stuff like that. If I'd never used them before, I'd have to go through the process of downloading them, which is complicated as well. So now I've converted it to a pandas data frame. So I'm going to do this. What this is doing is telling me the number of points in the data set. There's 19,000 points in that data set. There's 1,350 missing values. So it's telling me 6.97% of the data set is missing. Now, missing values aren't a huge problem in a data set, but you don't want a data set that's 50% missing. That's obviously not ideal and isn't giving you a full picture. Whereas most data sets will be missing a few percent, So now here, this can tell me columns in data set. The data set's showing the date and the water level. Those are the two columns. Those are the two bits of data that they're showing. It's just letting me know that. And the number of unique values in each column. This is just useful. There's 19,312 unique values in date. So, it's 19,000 days. An example value is the 23rd of the 5th, 2012. So that's one example out of that 19,000. That's what it spans. It's, it's not a data set full of duplicates. Whereas if it was full of duplicates and there was only, what do I have it set to? If there's less than 15 unique values in the data set, so let's say you were doing days of the week was your data set, it would say there's 7 unique values in this column. They are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Whereas because because this is a much bigger data set with many more unique values, this code is telling me the unique values and how many unique values there is and an example of them. So it could be the 23rd of the 50,012. The water level high was 7.828 meters and the water level low was 7.822 meters. Or that's likely a different date, but the point is they're just giving examples. So the idea of this code isn't to do anything necessarily with the data set. I don't actually use any data plotting techniques, but it's more just this will be available to you if you want. It can show you how useful a data set is, because you don't want to be using a data set that has 50% of it is empty values, or a data set where it's just the same value over and over again and it provides no insights. So it's also available, as a demonstration on how Colab works. Like I said, I'm not going to teach you Python. You can, I don't know, maybe you know Python, or maybe you can learn a bit. It's not too difficult if you have any experience with coding. And with Gemini there to help, it can be better, but it's up to you. If you want to use Colab, if you want to use Python on your own computer, if you want to steer clear of Python altogether, I'm just helping you, showing you the resources that are available, So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 3.